Hey, Janelle Springer here. So the statistics show that more than 10 million Americans suffer from migraines. And if that's the case, then many of you that are watching this have experienced a migraine yourself and may even experience them regularly. Migraines add $13 to $17 billion to our healthcare costs every year. And that includes medications, trips to the ER, doctor's visits, lab reports, things like that. And that 13 to 17 billion doesn't include the $14 billion cost to our employers when their employee can't function at the top of their game, or they can't show up to work because they're suffering from a migraine. So that's $14 billion of cost to the employers. Conventional treatments just treat the symptoms. But what if we could actually focus on the cause instead and work on that? That's what I like to do. I like to look for the cause and try to treat it naturally. So, potential causes that I found in my research were things like sensitivity to foods like dairy, peanuts, eggs. You could have a gluten allergy or have celiacs. Hormonal imbalances, that means in that case you have too much estrogen and not enough progesterone. So that's hormonal imbalances. You could have a vitamin B deficiency or a magnesium deficiency. So what are some ways to combat these causes for migraines? Well, if you have food allergies or an imbalanced gut, you could have a food allergy test done, and that would include a celiac test so that you could see if you have some allergies going on. Now, keep in mind that food allergies, like I've discussed in another video, food allergies can actually be a symptom of leaky gut or an imbalanced gut. So sometimes we need to go even further and treat with probiotics or digestive enzymes or omega fats. So all of those things can help with a leaky gut, and that can be a good way to fight or combat migraines if that's the cause. Another cause can be additives in your food, like aspartame, MSG, nitrates that are in our deli meats, and sulfites that are in our wine. I did some research several years ago because I started noticing I was getting headaches after drinking wine, and it was there was something about the amount of sulfite is larger in volume when the wine has to travel further to get to your store. So that's something to think about. So what if it's a hormonal imbalance? They suggest avoiding alcohol, caffeine, sugar, and refined carbs as much as you can. I know that can be hard, but if that's what's causing your hormones to be out of whack, then you may need to look at your diet. Also, to help with hormones, you can exercise and reduce stress. So those are some options. What if you have a vitamin B deficiency? You can supplement with B2 or riboflavin. That's another name for it. And there was a study done that showed reduced severity and frequencies of migraines when the patients were given 400 milligrams of B2 daily. So that's something to consider. And if it's a magnesium deficiency, just go ahead and Google the symptoms. I didn't want to get into that here, but magnesium, it keeps coming across my path, and as a very important mineral that we need to sometimes supplement with. So if you need recommendations for any of these supplements just that I've mentioned, shoot me a message. I'd be glad to help you out. And feel free to share this video if you think it would help someone. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.